Tonight, police in the Twin Cities of
Texarkana,
Texas
this morning for
Texarkana,
Cavashia Ravon Nicole Young was an 18-year-old resident of Prescott, Arkansas, who tragically lost her life in a UTV accident on May 31, 2022. Born on January 26, 2004, to parents Latrice and Calvin, Cavashia was known by family and friends for her active, exploratory, and warm personality. She was a devout Christian who deeply loved her faith and her family. She had just achieved a major milestone by graduating from Prescott High School in May 2022, only weeks before her passing. May 31st, 2022, at approximately 12:40 p.m. on Arkansas Highway 371 near Rosston, Arkansas, Nevada County, Cavashia was riding as a passenger in a 2012 Polaris Ranger. The vehicle veered off the highway and overturned, resulting in fatal injuries. The driver survived the crash with injuries and was treated at Baptist Health Medical Center. The sheriff at the time of the case was Danny Martin of the Nevada County Sheriff's Department in Arkansas. The case involved notable public details and controversy regarding the vehicle. The 2012 Polaris Ranger involved in the fatal crash belonged personally to Sheriff Danny Martin and his wife. The Nevada County Sheriff's Office reported that the driver, 18-year-old Storm Evans, was a house guest who allegedly taken the keys from the sheriff's bedroom without permission. Official statements and public community records revealed several details regarding their dynamic and the controversy surrounding it. Sheriff Martin and his wife had opened their home to Evans, who was 18 years old at the time. It was later revealed that Evans was a known criminal who had outstanding warrants out of California. Because she was hospitalized for her injuries immediately after the crash, following the incident, the sheriff's office booked Evans into the Nevada County Jail on an outstanding warrant from California and charges of unauthorized use of a vehicle. Allegedly, because the crash occurred on the Arkansas State Highway, the official traffic accident investigation was handled by Trooper Robert Neese of the Arkansas State Police. According to the official statement released by the Nevada County Sheriff's Office, Evans allegedly went into the sheriff's private bedroom without permission to take the keys to his personal UTV, which she then drove and overturned. The relationship drew sharp criticism and scrutiny from residents in Nevada County. Public records and community complaints indicated that just 15 days prior to the fatal crash, a petition for a mental health evaluation had been initiated for Storm Evans following allegations of a written threat against a minor. Community members claimed that a sheriff's detective and court clerk were instructed to halt the paperwork for a mandatory court-ordered psychological evaluation because Evans lived in the sheriff's home. Critics argued that if the petition had proceeded normally through a judge, Evans would have been evaluated and potentially detained rather than remaining in the household where she was able to access the vehicle. Following the accident, the sheriff's office booked Evans into their own jail facility, creating what community members flagged as a heavy conflict of interest given her status as their house guest. No official public explanation was ever released by Sheriff Danny Martin or the Nevada County Sheriff's Department explaining the exact personal connection or reasons why they opened their home to Storm Evans. However, the lack of transparency surrounding her presence in the home became a central point of frustration and speculation for Cavashia Young's family and the local community. The known context and public theories regarding the living arrangement highlight several key dynamics. In official press releases and statements to regional media outlets like the Magnolia Reporter, the Sheriff's Department strictly referred to Evans as a house guest. They did not clarify if she was a distant relative, the child of a family friend, or someone they were attempting to foster or assist. Because it was handled as a private domestic matter, the Sheriff's Office maintained that the focus should remain on the unauthorized use of the vehicle rather than the living arrangement itself. Evans was out of state from California and had a history of behavioral and legal issues. Taking in youth from broken environments is not uncommon in close-knit communities, but critics argued that doing so without proper legal transparency and while harboring someone with active out-of-state warrants was an egregious abuse of authority for a sitting sheriff. Because the public was never given a straight answer as to why Evans was chosen to live there, many residents concluded that the relationship was being used to shelter Evans from the legal consequences of her actions, ultimately creating the environment that led to Cavashia Young's tragic death. There is no official evidence, public record, or law enforcement statement indicating that a sexual relationship existed between Sheriff Danny Martin and Storm Evans. The heavy scrutiny regarding their connection stems primarily from the following documented facts rather than verified romantic or sexual allegations. Following her arrest, Storm Evans was extradited to California to face critical, pre-existing felony charges after her local Arkansas charges were quietly handled or dropped. The progression of her custody and exact whereabouts involved several factors. Public law enforcement tracking, including details shared by the Kern County Sheriff's Office Special Victims Unit, revealed that Evans' outstanding California warrants were for severe felony offenses, including the alleged sexual assault of children she had been hired to babysit. Local community advocates and family updates from the Arkansas Justice Project have voiced severe frustration regarding how her file was handled in Arkansas. Her initial local charges for unauthorized use of a vehicle did not proceed significantly according to Arkansas Court Connect. Local records indicate that the county clerk's office and Sheriff Danny Martin's administration let her original local charges lapse, telling the public she was simply sent back home to her home state. This allowed the Sheriff's Department to clear her from their jail facility, minimizing the ongoing conflict of interest. Because Evans was transferred into the California state justice system to face severe felony child exploitation charges, she is tied to the California Department of Corrections or localized county jail custody there. People ask, was Evans ever charged with her death considering unauthorized use of a vehicle? Storm Evans was never criminally charged with causing Cavashia Young's death. Despite the fatal outcome and the documented fact that Evans took and operated the UTV without permission, prosecutors in Arkansas did not pursue charges such as negligent homicide or manslaughter. The subsequent dismissal of her local vehicle theft charges was a point of immense controversy for several reasons. We don't know if it was a wrongful death lawsuit or if the family got paid. My question is, why was the sheriff aiding and abetting a child predator? How was she able to get enrolled in school with these charges? Was Cavashia's murder planned and staged? Or was it truly an accident and has the family gotten some form of justice? So the question still lingers. Will anybody ever be held accountable for the lost life of this God-fearing young lady? If the allegations are true and the case was handled as poorly as it was, Storm potentially has the chance to hurt someone else. If you have any information, don't hesitate to reach out to the platform Vashon Productions or the Nevada County Police Department.